Yo, what's good, my nephews and nieces? This is your favorite uncle, Uncle Demi, and today I have another special banger for you, all right? Today we're going to be talking about this potential popper build for NBA 2K24, but before we get into the video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. It's liking up the video, push the video to the recommended, and of course subscribing and put you in the game for my daily uploads. But without further ado, let's hop straight into the video. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to my man Tough. Tough NYC, he gave me this popper build, and he also wanted to put a disclaimer. He was like, yo, like, this ain't gonna be the finished product, da-da-da, and I know that, but what I wanted to do was at least just put it out there and just break it down, talk about it, what are the pros and cons of a potential 6'9" popper. And again, all right, I just want to put it out there, like, this is 2K24 we're talking about. So again, if you're looking at this from a 2K23 perspective, like, it's gonna cloud you, okay? So just keep that in mind. All right, so anywho, he did go 6'9", 242, 7'7" wingspan. Unfortunately, I do not have the beginning part, so it is what it is there. But let's go ahead and push on through. So what I want to do is get to the point. All right, there we go. So I wanted to get to, well, no, let's do this. Let's just go to the finished product. Bump that. All right, yeah, here we go. All right, so this is the finished product that we have here. All right. First and foremost, let's just talk about a few things. He went with a 92 offensive rebound with a 97 defensive rebound at 6'9". Now, just to kind of go over the gist of things, for rebound chaser, you would need a 99 defensive rebound for Hall of Fame and a 92 for gold. So at the end of the day, what I would do is I'm going to still reach for the 99. So what I probably would do is just drop my offensive rebound down some to get the 99. All right, like, that's just one thing that I'm looking at off rip. You know what I mean? I feel like that would be the best thing. Also, I was looking at, he did get stripped to a 90. And the reason why he got stripped to a 90 was because I'm assuming was to get the Hall of Fame box out, which again, that is pretty much something that you want to make sure you have at all times. There is no reason not to be undersized and not have Hall of Fame box out in strength. Like, you're going to need that this year, so you definitely want to have that. Now, when it comes to actual getting brick wall, let me make see up here real quick. Brick wall, you need a 99 strength, but you also have a 90 for gold brick wall. So you have gold brick wall with the 90 strength. So you get Hall of Fame box out, and then you get 90 strength will also give you gold brick wall. Now, let's talk about the block, all right? And now with the block, anchor, you have to have, he has it on an 87 block, right? Because you have to have an 87 block with the interior defense of a 72. So he does have that 75 with that. But again, like I said, there is pros and cons to this. You know what I mean? Because he also went with the perimeter defense to try to get silver clamps. So when you're making a build, and the reason I want to make sure I articulate this, the reason why we're not really confident about this instance is because when we were playing the game, it was a pretty glaring fact that this build was getting cooked because people had 6'11", 7-foot centers that were able to get rebounding over them, and this build had higher rebounding than the bigger builds. And I think that's going to play a bigger part this year. And the reason why I say that is because it just makes sense, right? I mean, like, as good as Russell Westbrook is, right? But if, Andre Drummond was down there and he was trying to, bumping with Drummond and Westbrook, even though Westbrook can have a good rebounding, I think that we all kind of understand, like, Drummond's gonna get the rebound. I don't know how that's gonna translate more, and again, that's kind of iffy because I felt like, dude, like, we might have to start gravitating to taller builds, but we all know if you watch my builder video, by going taller, your three-point shot gets cruised, unless you want to try to go a little T-Rex arms, right? Which a lot of people don't want to do. So, in the end of the day, he has a 77 3 ball. Now, again, we can speak on the 77 3 ball, and I can go up real quick and look at this and speak this to y'all. A 77, like, in order to get catch and shoot, because the big one is catch and shoot, right? So, in order to get gold catch and shoot, you need an 85 3 ball, which, again, that's not going to happen. So, then the next best thing is to have silver, which only needs a 74 3 ball. So in reality, I probably would drop it down to a 75 3 ball. Just like Mike Wayne said, 75 should be consistent. So I'll probably just save those two. So, and keep it Gucci. But it really just depends on how you shoot and how you feel about it. This build can't be for everybody. You know what I mean? And then also the driving dunk at a 75 is another thing that people were like, yeah, that might be the best bet. But look at that. No layup, no standing dunk. But at the end of the day, that's okay, right? Like, you're not really trying to be on the inside anyway. Really, this build is all about defense and shooting. So in my personal opinion, I feel like that's not the worst part of it. The pass accuracy, again, I don't think that's bad at all. When you look at it, it doesn't seem that bad, right? 76 speed, you got the silver clamps, you got silver anchor, but you're an inside. So in reality, you probably are better off. And again, like, this is the perspective of like, yo, playing. Now remember, we're talking about a comp player here that want to run twos. Yeah, your smaller, quote unquote, popper center has to be a little versatile, be able to do perimeter defense and interior defense. But I feel like post scorers are gonna be really prominent on the twos court. I feel like post lock is gonna be a big thing. I feel like bigger centers are going to be a big thing on the 2v2 court, because you're going to have big glass cleaning type builds that are going to have like play shots that are just setting big body screens, to where like this smaller build is probably going to be at a disadvantage. And that's the reason why we want to put that out there. This is something that people vision in 2K23 being really good. We know about the 6'9" demigod builds and that type of deal, but we just don't know if this is going to translate well, because this is more of a 2s, 3s type build. On the 3s, of course, you can get away with this on the 3s, right? In reality. But this, most people with a build like this should be on the 2s, or try to be more of a 2s, because if you're on the 3s, I feel like you're probably better off going with, a lockdown, a dedicated lockdown at the 2 spot, but then having a bigger build at the 3 spot. I feel like bigger builds are probably going to be the wave. I will come out with a bigger popper build that I feel like is going to be, great, but you never know. Like, the meta could be like everybody's small anyway, so then this build would be prevalent. But I feel like most people, post scorers, glass cleaners, rim protector type builds, this right here is going to have a hard time, because even though it's versatile, it's not great at anything. It doesn't have Hall of Fame anchor. It doesn't have a gold anchor, right? It doesn't have Hall of Fame rebound chaser, right? So, it has silver clamps, right? A low steal. Like for glove, let's look at glove real quick. So for glove, you have to have, let me scroll, make sure I got this right. For glove, you got to have an 85 for silver. So this build right here only has for bronze, you only need a 72. So I guess you might as well drop your steal down to a 72, right? Things like that. So it's really up to you, and what you're feeling is the best. I just like to give the attributes out as I scroll through here real quick. I want to see if he actually got the build name. The build name comes out to, let me see, a glass cleaner, surprisingly. All right. Kevin McHale, Evan Mobley, Jaren Jackson. I feel like the Jaren Jackson template probably is a little bit better than this, because it's taller, it has a little bit shorter arms, but it can shoot better, and it has like a real true definition of what it is, right? It's going to be having gold anchor, high interior defense type of deal. But again, it's really up to you, and let me know in the comment section what you think about this popper build. My objective right now with these videos before they come out is not to try to push anybody. It's just really try to educate, just plant some seeds in your head, ask questions, and see if there's something you like. But other than that, it's your favorite old head, Uncle Demi. I'll be back really, really soon with another banger, man. When I say back soon with another banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.